gotta go. I said, hey, what's going on? I told you to be careful with me. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another delightful dawn live stream that we're doing in this fine evening. We don't have any kids here today. It's going to be a beautiful day. I mean, there's no complaints to be had at all. Don't forget to follow me at delightful_dawn. That is DELIGHTFUL_DAWN. And that's on all social media platforms. That's TikTok, Instagram, wherever, stuff. I'm not naked. I just do want to say that so people don't think that I ain't got clothes on. Okay, I'm a respectful woman. She's respectful, baby. Find someone that's not. Okay, I'll put this up. I want to make sure y'all can see that I do have on clothes, which I don't think they did anything for me. But yes, I'm so happy to be here with y'all on this beautiful, lovely Friday evening. Welcome back to Babes and Boundaries with Delightful_Dawn, aka Dawn. Don't forget to hit the like button wherever it may be. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified every time that I upload. Today, this beautiful live stream is going to be a fun one. It is, just piggybacking. If anyone has not watched the Braxtons, have not been watching the news, we've been talking about the Braxtons maybe for about, this is our second week. Last week we talked about the trailer of the Braxtons. We're going to talk about the Braxtons. Before we get into the Braxtons, let's get into some updates, some lifetime updates. As y'all know, it has been a beautiful week. I am in the land of Texas. If y'all don't know, I'm in the DFW area. I love Texas. Been here for a couple of years now, and I've been having me a good old time. No complaints, no issues. We're only gonna do love and peace in these worlds. I have been living off of the notice of accountability. That has been my word for the last 4 to 5 months. If y'all do not follow me on on Instagram, I posted a post today about it. Accountability. And that's going to be the biggest thing when it comes to this particular episode of the Braxtons, and how we can relate to it in our lives as young adults, or older adults, however old you may be. I'm going to first start off by saying, get y'all a glass of wine, okay? Because we're going to be here not for a long time, just for a good time, okay? So I have I went to the annual Grape Fest in Grapevine, Texas, and I'm going to finish off. My sister purchased me a bottle of Sugar Home Pink Moscato, pretty big, and I've been drinking on it the last 2 weeks. So I feel like I've been doing good. This is probably week 2. Okay. So I'm not gonna drink that much because I'm happy to be on here and talk about what I'm talking about. Everybody tap in, say hello. I'll probably just do 2. I think I only got enough for about 2 glasses anyway. We got our first glass poured, just some good old pink Moscato. Cheers. I'm gonna give y'all a quick update. This has been a week, y'all. I got a lot of stuff I need to get done. I'm working on some stuff for the business, for my career, and then outside, like, some extracurricular activities. Been working on that. I'm trying to see. I feel like my thing is getting buffy. Let me know. I think as of right now, it looks good. I have it right here just in case. Yes. It has been a beautiful week. No complaints. I'm just give a quick rundown. No real big updates. I spent some time with my sissy. I went to a networking event with women. Worked as normal. I'm working on some stuff I need to get done that's outside of, like, some volunteer stuff, and then some stuff for here for the channel and me trying to grow this month. I'm thinking about doing some type of, like, branded merch or something of that sort, because I feel like it's going on 8 years. 8 years being on YouTube is crazy. And I don't have nothing to, like, no branded items. Like, oh yeah, look like I did this year. don't have nothing at all to show for it. And I really want to show that. I really want to show you like the growth. I put on the candle today. Scrappy has not been in his gate for about 2 weeks now. I think I'm about to go ahead and remove the gate from the house altogether because he does not live there anymore. He lives free amongst the home, and that's just something new. I have no makeup on. That's just like we've been working on the skin. I've been working on like getting this. I don't think I have PCOS, but I've been getting like little straight hairs on my chin. I've just been plucking them. My friend is like upset about it. It's my friend. I'm working on it slowly but surely. But that's what I've been kind of like the personal part. As far as TikTok, if anyone has not been following me on there, follow me at delightful_Dawn1 on TikTok. I made a post after a long time. Let me just say this. Sometimes we get comfortable. Once we get to the 5-minute mark, we're gonna get into like what happened in practice. I'm gonna show y'all. But we're like get there. 5 minutes, we're gonna talk. I just have been having a very good week of me trying to pour out more content. So I'm trying to get a schedule to show so that way it has some more consistency. And I really feel like that's been like the biggest thing for me is being consistent and trying to make sure I have a clear across view about what I do in general. And so hopefully when I get branded items, I'm thinking of like a little pre-order that is not I just you know what I mean? We not for that at all. Let's see where I'm at. Okay. So yeah. Hey Whitney. She says, hi, delightful well, she says, hi Dawn. How are you? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I'm doing good. I have gotten me a little glass of pink Moscato. Yeah, we about to talk about our favorite family here. And I already know how she feels. I don't tell me yet, Whitney. Don't tell me. Hopefully you saw the Braxtons. If not, we're gonna talk about it. I seen it today. Yes, like the live, y'all. Like the live. I have thoroughly just been just watch. Hey, we have the 5-minute mark. We can go ahead and talk about the Braxtons. So I'm gonna go ahead and show the clip again. Then I'm turning down the music. Well, I guess we can, because technically I can't show y'all. They have like a copyright law. I don't know, y'all. I just work here. I'm just sharing a space. I just share a space. Okay. I'm sharing it out now. Y'all should be able to see it. And then here is the clip that we talked about last week. This is the clip of the Braxtons showing where they're exhausting at the table. Tony is going off. Tamar is being combative, confronting the sisters about a cease and desist. And people like, I don't know what he's talking about. And it's like, you don't support me. I don't support you. I don't support you. Tony gets on 10. Let me not drink this wine like it's water. I'm drinking my water like it's water. But so it's like a quick clip. Hold on. Let me find my StreamYards. Remove. Yeah. All right. So quickly and expeditiously, we're going to talk about a quick, like what happened with the first episode. So if anyone does not watch the Braxtons, I do apologize. We're going to talk about them too long. This episode to me was very important when it comes to when you just saw the clip we just saw where it was a trailer, super trailer, where it shows, there's this big family secret where Ashley, the niece of the Braxton sisters, came on TikTok and basically outed the family of some egregious behavior between her former uncle, who was a husband of one of the Braxtons, and herself, which caused her to retreat from the States. That is the best way I can say it. I don't think there's no other way to say it. And this was supposed to be a redemption year when it came to the Braxtons, as far as like just them in general. I feel like they were supposed to have a redemption type of year when it came to their family, because last season it was very, very chaotic. Very, very chaotic. I would that's the best way to explain it. It was very chaotic when it came to how they had to talk about their sister, the late sister Tracy, and it was just a lot. Like, to watch it was very much like disappointing. Last season, just to see how they kind of like bandwagoned about kind of like bringing down Kevin, Tracy's husband, and quote unquote supporting little Kevin squeaky during this period. But yes, neither here nor there. So when the episode starts, it starts off with basically picking up on like the tension from the previous season, and then kind of like foreshadowing like this particular season. It starts off with Tamar. I wish I picture Ashley. Tamar basically like inviting their niece Ashley onto a podcast where it kind of like foreshadows like all the siblings' tension. And as far as I say, all the siblings, basically Tawanda and Trina, like they're kind of like, it's kind of like going in between Tamar talking to Ashley, invite like I'm glad you came down here from overseas, and then it's going back and forth between Tawanda and Tracy. No, sorry, Tawanda and Trina sitting at the table. They talk about Tawanda directing and acting. It kind of like goes back and forth a little bit, because Tawanda with her bald head ass. I just had to say that, with her bald head ass. She's a beautiful girl, beautiful woman. But y'all know how I just feel like maybe it's how they're talking about Tawanda, where I don't really like. And I've met Tawanda like as like a fan at Bar Chicks. I thought she was like so cool, kind of like just really chill. But like seeing how they either how they're portraying her, but it doesn't look good for Tawanda how she's being portrayed. It's being like very catty, very underlining, conniving when it comes to her husband, fiance, boyfriend back then. It's just very weird. But it shows like, nevertheless, we see her new hustle, her basically in her acting bag, which she does a phenomenal job. Like the girl was acting. I mean, the acting was acting. Tawanda was acting. She's directing I believe it's a movie. Then it shows, Tony back producing and doing some shows. Like, it's kind of like it's very quick on how they like showing the stuff, like back and forth between all three situations and all the sisters. So showing Tony still doing her thing with Cedric the Entertainer, where they have the love and comedy show that they're doing, and then it kind of like not like it's kind of like adds to like they're trying to like build up there's tension, old wounds between all of the sisters, past hurts, boundaries, grievance, and their interactions. It almost seems like everybody's on this different wavelength in their life. Tawanda is getting married. She's engaged now. It kind of shows like her and some possible tension between her sisters in general. It's like foreshadowing. We haven't seen yet. Foreshadowing that there's going to be tension between them. While they're doing it like this, I don't understand why they have the show set to where it kind of like shows all of them having like these issues with each other, but not issues with each other. It kind of goes back and forth between like all of those situations. Anyway, so yeah, eventually we do see Tamar talking to Ashley and like, like, hey, how are you feeling? Like coming down here. She's basically reiterating what we saw before, where Tamar said where when she was abused, all those years ago, how she felt when she didn't feel like she had support of her family and she just wanted some support. And Ashley said, out of all her family members, when it comes to them, she has been the only one that she felt like really genuinely reached out and supported. Now we're getting more of a clarification. Then it kind of like ended there where she's like, what do you want to come from this? And they asked Tamar, like, do you feel like she's going to get healing from this? She says no. I feel like it's basically I'm not going to say verbatim, which I can't remember verbatim what she said. But like, this is a journey for Ashley. And however Ashley feels like she needs to deal with in order to get some type of healing and peace, that's what she's on. And she says everybody's situation is different. She don't think it's going to be like immediately relief when she speaks her truth, because you already said her truth on TikTok. But she wants her to come on this platform where her and her friends have created and curated a space of openness between individuals and opportunity for healing when it comes to their stories. That's what Tamar's goal is when it comes to this particular podcast. And then it kind of jumps into like Tawanda and Tina, like, sitting down, not eating. I mean, what are you eating? Like, they were like trying to make like these little espresso martinis. It looked good. I ain't gonna lie. It gave very much cheers. It looked good. But while they were sitting there, it's something that like stopped me. She's like, how are you feeling about like, all this stuff happening with our niece? And she says, I'm just taking it day by day. And she says, like, it's okay for you to be hurt. Like, basically, like, it's okay for you to feel slighted, because she feels like Trina, that she didn't ask for this. She didn't ask for the attention that comes from her niece wanting to express this particular situation. They feel, Tawanda and Trina, that it could have been dealt with in house instead of being verbalized on the internet. And they feel like when the opportunity has been given to the individual, aka Ashley from Tamar, that is why Ashley is now taking this platform of Tamar to like continue to air more of her grievances. And like basically somehow Tawanda says that, Trina is a victim. Trina's the victim. I want that to sit in. Trina is the victim of this situation. She should also understand she's also a victim. Trina is the victim. She's a victim in this situation, such as Ashley. Who the person this stuff was done to, the individual that you brought into your niece's life. You brought the person to your niece's life to be disrespectful to her as a young lady and as a child. And it wasn't fair for Trina to be outed worldwide from her niece Ashley, talking about her late husband, her late deceased husband, ex-husband, husband, as she calls him. She's a victim. Trina is the victim. That is what threw me. Trina, the victim. So, yeah. I feel like that was pretty much like the whole, like it really didn't give, this particular episode didn't get any depth. You didn't get any clarity what happened between like all the situations, all like these like alluding to all of these things. So I'm now the last episode where we're talking about where it's like the trailer. It really does seem like it was between allegedly Gabe, her ex-husband, and Ashley that had this inappropriate exchange. And somehow Trina is the victim. It just kills me every time when I heard her like basically allude that Trina was a fucking victim. Sorry, pause. If there's any kids here, that Trina was a victim in the situation as a child, was done wrong. Now as an adult, she wants to talk about it on her platform. She didn't name nobody, but because people were like kind of bashing Trina online and saying it was gay and coming after her, get offline. You've been online for a long time. Calm down. Bald Eagle and Drunky, y'all will be okay. There's no victim here, but the individual that I think was done to, that was the victim, not you and your late husband. So when she was just sitting there, don't get me wrong, I feel like Trina she was treading very lightly on how she addressed the situation, what she was saying when it came to Tawana. But this is that bullshit I talk about Tawana be doing. Like, where it's like, I feel like they rally around one thing and there's no objective about it. Like, this is your blood, this is your niece. But you feel like some way that someone's character is being assassinated, and now all of a sudden, they just go for attention. They just gonna go to where attention is had. I feel like it's half and half. I feel like Ashley got on the big TikTok. There was a trend during that period where people were talking about things that they have, were able to overcome when it came to like situations. And she decided to talk about that situation. Unfortunately, it had to do with the Braxtons and this very famous group of sisters, which is very unfortunate, but it is what it is. And for a long time, she did not say nothing. So did she want clout? I feel like no, there's nothing she's gaining from it. And you know how I said pay, how Funky said pay me for my pain? Maybe she wanted to pay for her pain because now she's at a point where she wants to grow and she wants to, move on from this particular situation. That's what it appears to be. I don't personally know. I could be totally wrong. You know what I mean? It's just an opinion. Like, we're all watching it, and we only know this information because y'all got y'all big bald heads on the big screen, and y'all told us. Because in all reality, we could have went on for years not really knowing who Ashley was talking about and just alluded that it was either Gabe or either it was Tawana's ex-husband. We don't know. I don't know. But that's what it appeared to be. So where does things come into perspective? Where does things come into perspective? When it comes to the sisters, how they move and operate, and how they choose to ostracize. Can't talk right now because I'm thinking. Tamar is crazy. I do feel like Tamar, this is her season to be vindicated when it comes to how malicious some of the things that her sisters do. I think for so long, and y'all know I'm a Tamar fan, and maybe because I'm a Tamar fan, but for a long time I had to take a break from Tamar because I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed. But I feel like she's vindicating so many things. I feel like, how is she wrong for wanting to create a space where her niece already opened up, worldwide? It's better to take a hand on the situation and then maybe control the narrative within the family. And I thought it would have been a perfect opportunity for the family to get together and reach out to Ashley and kind of like rally behind her. Like, we know this situation happened and it was a big thing for you. And we didn't know to the magnitude to how it hurt you to where you felt like you had to run away from our family in general, and how maybe our behavior with you was something that you just felt like alone. Because something that Tina said that was kind of weird, but I feel like there was more to it. She said that when Ashley just abruptly left the States, Ashley left, took her happy behind to Spain, and changed her number. And Trina says her number has not changed. It's been the same number that it has been forever. But Ashley, she said she could have reached out to Trina. I feel like you don't reach out to the abuser, the person who's protecting the abuser. I'm not going to reach out to you if I already feel like I was kind of closed off. Whatever happened, you can see that something happened to the point where when it was brought out that there was a shift in behavior, and Ashley felt like she couldn't no longer have this relationship with her this dynamic group of her aunties. She just left and decided to live abroad and start her life acting, modeling, whatever she's doing over there, whatever makes her happy, and she's been happy over there ever since. But to think that she as the person who was harmed needs to reach out to you and to make amends, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. And that's what I'm talking about, the accountability part. There was no accountability on Trina. Trina said that I tried to reach out to her. I did X, Y, Z. It was just more like, it almost became like a blame game. And okay, this is the situation, and this is why it happened, how it happened. There was no like, I tried to amends. No type of redemption of it. Because in all reality, was it her fault? No, you can't control a whole grown man. Yes, you have this individual around your niece. You didn't know. First off, we already knew that he was floozy. The game was for the streets. But garbage, so like he was, fun. So I just don't know how she thought. We could do one more glass of wine and then that's it. You're probably like, Dawn, just one more glass, just one more glass. And this is a small glass. Anyway, that was the part for me that kind of took me back. Overall, the first episode, about 45 minutes, very redundant, but it did give me a better insight of what is going on and who are the people that are doing the tennis match here. It's Ashley and Trina. The people who are in between this tennis match is Tamar and Tawanda. They're rallying on either side. And then obviously you have Tony, who is kind of like limbo, but she's teetering towards the whole like this need to be, it's a family issue. It should have never been it should never been outed how it was. That's what you're getting kind of like from the situation. In all reality, like they're gonna try to spin the narrative of the show of this season to be like Tawanda getting married, her not feeling supported by her sisters, aka Tony and Tamar. I feel like Trina for the most part has been there, but I feel like she's gonna spend like no one to support her in these moments. Then you have Tamar rallying. Like her storyline is gonna mostly be about Ashley, and then this big explosion of miscommunication and like tension between sisters in a whole, because you basically have two sides. You have Trina, Tawanda, Tony on one side. You have Tamar with her niece. And then you have all of these other little stories like within it, like, the whole marriage thing, the whole new businesses, the whole podcast, the whole love and light. All of it is just a big fugazi. All of these opinions. I don't really hate anyone. I don't really like, oh my God, this is like I'm rallying for them. But to me, I feel like that we just need to rally behind Tamar. Because come on now, everything that's been shown this season thus far has shown that Tamar is basically for the truth, for accountability, and I feel like a lot of times in films and like that's throw away the whole issue when it comes to like their family. Forget the whole Braxtons. How many times in African American households or in Black households where there is this big situation within the family where someone has touched, dabbled, made someone feel uncomfortable, where everyone kind of don't talk about it. We're just going to pray it away. We're going to send so-and-so away. We're going to just have them on two different sides. We don't even bring the police no more. We're just going to pray it away. Let this person be over there, and then you be over there. And, even for me, like, it's some people don't know, like, in my childhood, I just simply blocked it out. Like, we're just not going to address it because we're just taught in society of our Black culture not to say nothing. Or when it is said, or when you do have an outcry, it's like, well, you're being dramatic. You have to almost like a benefit of it, like almost like have a video to say X, Y, and Z happened for anyone to believe you. And then was like, well, this person has a history of doing X, Y, and Z. Like, oh, okay, well, let's just keep this person away from our kids. Keep this person away from women. keep this person away from the little kids, or keep this person away from certain objects, or don't leave this person alone in the room somewhere. You have someone in the family that's like a thief, someone in the family that does inappropriate things, and so it's almost like, okay, we're just not going to address it because we don't want that type of image of our family to be out there. And especially people who say, they're God fearing, and Tony even went as far as like she don't believe in God, like the whole idea of it, all of that. So what are you worried about? Like this image, what image are you trying to like portray? Say this isn't what it is. That's what it comes across as. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I feel like that's the type of society that we live in nowadays. Where nowadays, I can't drink it. I shouldn't drink next time. Nowadays is that we don't address like the issue at hand, and then we almost like mask it. It's like a pimple, and we just put makeup over the pimple, and we just, the pimple isn't there. We're gonna just keep putting makeup over it, wash it, but it's not getting, the pimple has not been addressed. We've not addressed the pimple. We're not trying to clear the skin. We're not trying to exfoliate. We're not trying to extraction. None of that. And to the point to where the pimple like erupts, and it does it at a time to where maybe other pimples come across because now it's getting cross contaminated. All of these things happen because we didn't address the original pimple. Now we have an outbreak. And I feel like that's what's happening with this particular family, and that's what happened in families in general. And over the past couple of years, I feel like I've just been in a space of like, however it happens, it happens. Let's not try to mask the situation. Let's just call it safe space. And I feel like a lot of times, like even with my family, has the mother fan. And I feel like one thing, as much as people want to hate on my family, my particular family, it's like, oh, my mom with all them kids over there, she love God, but I bet they be doing X, Y, and Z. We don't do a lot of crazy stuff, but stuff still happens. Like there's been some stuff has hit the fan. It's been even tension between me and my sister, where I have not talked to certain people. And it was by grace of God to where I'm like, I'm at a point to where I can talk to you, because I just feel like there has been like boundaries that have been obviously set and then like punched over, or boundaries for myself that I have gone too far, and it's like, oh, I can't deal with this. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of times I'm learning, just as a young woman in general, is that I have like a shutdown period. When stuff happens and I'm processing it, the best way for me to process it is to completely isolate. And people can say it's rude, but I feel like that's just the best way, because I allow so much noise in during certain periods to where when things get cloudy, I need to be in my own little bubble. And then from there, I assessed and then I address. Some things don't need to be addressed when you've given people ample opportunities to make right by a certain situation. And I feel like this situation happened probably 10 plus years ago, because Gabe has been passed away a long time, and y'all haven't really made amends with your niece. As a family, y'all have not made, y'all know something happened, even if you didn't know the full story, you know something inappropriate happened with your niece and your husband, or your husband. But she needs to reach out to you because she changed her number. But you have her dating number. You have your mom, and your mom can get in touch with her. She has an Instagram. You can go over there. If you didn't feel remorseful, you felt like this was possibly going to mess up your image. And when she took her little happy little petite behind over Spain, you thought you didn't have to deal with it no more, and it was gone. So a lot of times with families, be like, oh, it's been a certain amount of time. Maybe it just passed over, and then the head eventually erupts, and it becomes the Braxtons. It is the reason why we tune in for the Braxtons, because it becomes this, like, you're like, what in the world? Like, when did this happen? How did this happen? And how no one didn't address it a long time ago? This was to be a God-fearing family where, we addressed stuff. Y'all was on Tamar's neck. Y'all was on Tracy's neck about, being transparent and what you show. But lo and behold, are you running around here talking about Kevin last season about how dirty he did your sister, how much I was mad about him doing this homegoing, but there was a situation in our family that y'all brushed over and said we're not going to address. When the person is ready to finally address it, now then this person is just a demonic presence in the family structure. Y'all, and I'm telling you, like with all the grace, look, I know I'm not the best, okay? But whenever I see the big bald head, I be like, oh my God, someone put a wig on it. No, let me stop talking about her. So I love the sisters in general. No teaser. When it comes back earlier, back in the day, it used to be Tamar, then it was Tawana, then it was Tracy, then it was Trina, it was Tony. Now it's Tamar. Always gonna be Tracy, rest her soul. Seeing this season, like even just the first couple, I feel like it's Trina. Even though Trina going through, she going through Trina, then Tony, then Tawana. That's what it is for me. And it's all for good reasons. All for good reasons. Whew. Yeah, I'm going through it. But neither here nor there. I do want to know like how people felt about the episode, or how they feel about the sisters. How do you feel about family and secrets? How we deal with those in general? Is that like are we finally above the whole idea of what happens in the family stays in the family mess? Because online it's just like half and half. People are saying it should have never been brought to the internet. That's that new age mess. That's those gens, some Gen X's. They over there putting all their business online. And the first thing I thought about is it's no fun when the rapper got the gun. And saying that meaning like when y'all were ostracizing, I can't say the word right now. I don't know how I keep trying to say it. The people that you did last season who wanted to have a voice and y'all try to cut that. Now this season, I feel like it's just so much of like, oh, we're trying to redeem ourselves this season and have a more positive message when it comes to our family, and she messed it up for us. That's what it comes across. It's like, you made us look like fools. And if that's the case, just say that. Say, this is supposed to be a season where we finally show the love and light of our family and the lightheartedness. And you come and you have to go and make this video, Ashley. And so I feel like Ashley's definitely not getting an invite to the wedding. She's definitely not getting an invite to the wedding, y'all. It's definitely giving Ashley, you're not invited. So I doubt that she ever goes to that mess. But it's very interesting, you know what I mean? I feel like with any type of family hurt and pain, I do understand the thought process of like, okay, this is just too much. This is too much for the family and as a whole. And I'm in no way, shape, or form. I'm not a blogger. I'm not one of them. Like I don't do reviews and caps. I just kind of like the Braxton family in general because I grew up on them as a teenager, and it's just always nice to kind of like see what's going on because they almost have like a certain resemblance to like I feel like the Black family as it is as a whole, and that's what makes it interesting for me. I don't know how y'all feel about it. To me, it makes it interesting. But yeah. That was the episode, honey. That's how I felt about it. On other news, I kind of want to talk to y'all about my love life. That's gonna be probably I might go live tomorrow morning, and then we might go live on TikTok. I think we're gonna go live on TikTok, everybody. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, don't forget to follow me at _Dawn1 on TikTok. We're gonna go live tomorrow morning. I'm going to do probably my makeup, or probably not. Like I can try to exfoliate my skin a little bit and do like a little spa type thing. I haven't decided, but just follow me. I'll post it somewhere because I want it to be like a quick little huda. But yes, tell me what you thought in the comments below. Don't forget to follow me. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back next week, of course, to chitter chatter and talk about the things of the online of my favorite show, The Braxtons. We are the Braxtons, and you see that we are not like no ordinary family. I'm telling y'all, it's a show. It's definitely giving, like if the Kardashians could do it, y'all can do it. And they had a lot of drama on there, okay? Okay, Braxton, y'all can do it. All right, that's neither here nor there, everybody. I love y'all. I'm excited to see what brand new adventures is coming our way in 2025. Don't forget to be tapped in with us all year long for us to have our continued babes and boundaries. I am tired. My phone about to die. So I would stay on here a little bit longer, but maybe we'll come back later if it calls for it. Well, I'll go ahead and leave y'all with just a little note. Don't forget to be unapologetically you in all that you do. Remember to move in love and light and accountability. And remember, we all have to be babes with boundaries. See y'all in the next stream. Toodaloo.